She's running around a 5-1 because she's that tall, and she can play in the front row. Let's see what that float serve's looking like right now. Gonna aim for that right back. Picked up, looking like an early ace.
I mean, what a way to start it.
Barely didn't get it over. Now we got Schubert serving over. And Tatum's gonna get blocked by Johnson.
She struggled on the serves, on the reception errors. That's her 7th of the year.
Schubert back to Jackson. Kričković out to Cortheas, who's gonna get a short little roll shot over. Going back to that right side, we're gonna see St. John getting some action here. Up to Johnson again. Johnson doing successfully well so far on the offense. Be recovered. Back to Johnson. Blocked, picked up again. Schubert and Johnson getting the small into their way. Arndt from the back row. Back to Tatum, who's looking to put it down. Saved by Schubert, but too tight to the net, and we could not see. Float serve over out to Schubert. We got Blue, who's going to get back to Avery Torrey, who gets stuffed by Jaeger and
you can
Gray.
credit Jaeger and Gray. You just said it.
But looking for the set point here, Jaeger. Right over to Schubert. Gonna have to recover here. Out of that back row. Nice little pickup here. Out of that back row for Tatum. Gonna send it into Holder's hands.
Well, pinball.
Back to Tatum. And they couldn't keep it in the court. The Hoosiers will take set 1 with Avery Tatum to close it out. These early points can mean a lot. It can shift the tide of the game that early, but nothing's too late in volleyball. There's no clock for us to run out. It's been a kill from Jaeger from that opposite side. And she's gonna go back to serve, but right now let's look at that replay. Beautiful. I just want to touch on that as we see a lot of players under
No,
review
I'm not saying that's anything with this.
No.
I'm just saying that's how I view the term.
Of course. But Torrey's gonna view the ball down to the court. It's gonna be a great response here out of that timeout. See Siegel back to serve. Going back to Highfield, the 14-14 connection. I always love noticing that. But out to Jaeger, who's gonna send it down right to the right of Highfield, who's just trying to shake that one off and say, hey.
Heels that time, caught on the heels, and it's an ace.
But now the crowd is on their feet as Schubert is gonna take that one right back to Torrey, who's gonna send a long ball down to Kričković, and Arndt is gonna have to make that one work for Jaeger. He's gonna put it down and end the second set with a cross kill from that outside.
The second set was the set of Jaden Jaeger. It was a lot of her coming up clutch. Indiana found themselves.
Yeah, and they are tied for service errors right now. So Indiana less aces, same amount of errors. Not a bad stat line to me. Arndt out of that back row, and Jaeger can do nothing about that. Her platform just not where she wanted that to be. But again, we have not talked about Lucy Arndt enough, in my opinion, about this game.
Does it give your setter more time to set up the hitter the way that you would like?
No. A ceiling can actually be devastational for an offense. Like, you are scrambling. You hit that ceiling, you don't know where that ball is going to go.
Or not hit it, but make it go way up in the air.
Yeah, way up in the air. Not too high, because then it's going to come down and feel like a rock in your setter's hands. So they're going to keep it right there. Lucy Arndt with an attack error. How is she hidden on the night so far? She's at an even 0. What we got? I'm trying to read lips here. And this guy is getting really animated. Kričković out to Cortheas. Burns going back to Torrey. Kričković going to have to make it work and set it off to that back row. Jaeger's going to dump it down in the middle. Free ball over from Highfield. This could be the play. This could be the chance to shut down this rally. Opting for that dump again. Arndt's going to send an attack over. Blocked by the front row. Out to Oxennecht, who's going to get the kill and put it down.
So impressed with Oxennecht so far today. Started off hitting 1,000. That's lowered a little bit over the course of the match. At this stage in the set, it's very difficult. You need a real run here if you're Southeast Missouri State.
Couldn't agree more. And we're trying to see a run here from Arndt as she's powering out from that outside. But Siegel's got her number right now. Schubert, we're going to set up Torrey on that right side. Going to give a nice little loft over. Kričković out to the middle. Red Hawk even scrambling to pick it up. Arndt again slamming from that outside. And what a way to put it down from the Hoosiers. Ending that run is Cortheas, who just says no more of that rally and gives it back.
And Blue for them set-wise, but they're trying something else out.
Why not? Kričković. And it's going to be Gray, nearly puts it down, picked up by the defense. And it's going to be a net call on, I think, Avery Torrey. Not the way you want that one to end out.